Before we start the podcast, I just wanted to thank some of our sponsors. The first sponsor I wanted to thank was GK Calls, a 100% Michigan-based company. GK has built a reputation for delivering customer service that is second to none with their lifetime no-hassle warranty on all of their products. They are here to fulfill the needs of their customers. Their customer service has been the backbone of their company from the initial roots and will continue to be the cornerstone of the company. So make sure to reach out to GK and look at all their calls with the new call from this year, the Rumbler. Our next sponsor I'd like to thank is Migra Ammunition, bringing you the most diverse load on the market. Migra patent stack load technology is the epitome of the efficiency. 2 birds with 1 stone. One thing I want to bring up with Migra Ammunition, stack load, everybody we give the load to absolutely talks about how much it smacks birds down. Less cripples, more ethical shots, and especially with their turkey load that just came out last year. Look for Migra Ammunitions that are in the store near you with Cabela's, Bass Pro Shop, and others.
We'd also like to thank Gibraltar Duck Hunters Association, dedicated to the promotion and preservation of waterfowling in southeast Michigan. Getting the youth involved in waterfowling is what they do best. They also got an event coming up March 1st. Check them out.
The next sponsor of the podcast is Gator Decoys. Gator Decoys is offering a state-of-the-art Mojo and Lucky Duck compatible motorized decoy pole. It has sizes ranging from 24 to 40 inches or 48 to 96 to get that extra leverage. It also comes with this state-of-the-art auger bit. So it's an auger bit that drills even into frozen ground to keep your Mojo spinning. Again, that's Gator Decoys.
We'd like to thank Point Malay Waterfowl Festival, proudly giving back to conservation. It's a family-friendly event with lots of activities to partake in and is your one-stop shop for all your outdoor needs. Come check out this event September 13th and 14th, 2025.
And for our last sponsor,
Flipping Birds Apparel Company. Snow Goose apparel, thoughtfully designed and created for hunters by hunters. Rep your obsession.
and I just wanted to say thank you again to all of our sponsors, and I hope you guys enjoy the podcast. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Great Lakes Outdoors podcast. Alex and I are sitting here. What's going on, Fonzie?
Not much, man. We were driving from pretty far north to pretty far south to try to find a launch. Me and old Gaviani here, and
Gaviani?
couldn't find anything to get out and try to get some public land hunting in for these geese, man. We're trying to get the boat out, but
Is that Italian?
yeah.
Gaviani?
No, it's Gavin. I just call him that.
Oh, okay. I was wondering.
But yeah,
yeah, it's a lot of frozen up water right now. It's
yeah,
hard
the
to-
shorelines, man.
hard to see. But today we got a special guest, Dennis Poet from Michigan Outdoors Report. Dennis, how's it going, man?
It's going.
It's your first podcast ever.
Yep.
You nervous at all? What you feeling?
I always, it's crazy.
Hey, you look good though.
Well, thank you.
You do. You look good.
Not too bad for old dude.
Yeah.
What you feeling, man?
I'll calm down in a minute.
All right, that's good. That's
I
good.
get stage fright. I've been in front of the camera about 6-7 years, and I still get stage fright for about the first 2-3 minutes.
Sound like me.
Sounds like me trying to read. I can't do it.
Or me when I had to read to all them kids this summer, or diagram to all those kids how to blow a duck call
Yeah. Well, see.
in front of all their parents and stuff, and they're all staring at me, and I'm up there, and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna bring up a pro duck caller," and I'm like, all these parents are staring at me, and I'm on a high stage, and I'm looking at everybody, and I just kind of froze up for
See,
a
that's
second.
the same thing I said
Yeah.
when I did it, man.
Yeah, it's different when the parents are looking at you, and it's not just like a work meeting or something.
When they
you
say
know?
pro, there's no pressure.
Yeah,
there.
right. Pro who? You're looking around like who? I know because it ain't me.
Right.
Who walked in?
Yeah.
But Dennis, you Michigan Outdoors Report. You want to explain to the people out there listening who Dennis Poet is and what Michigan Outdoors Report is?
Michigan Outdoors Report is, basically like a social media platform that people use from around the state. They send us pictures, videos, stories to go with it, and we put them up on the page and stuff for them. And I think I lost. Okay,
You're good.
I lost my
You're
mic.
good. So how long has Michigan Outdoors Report been going on for?
I'm not exactly sure. I'm thinking
Or when did you get involved with it, I should say?
this April will be 2 years on the 22nd. I've been covering Southeast Michigan for them.
Okay, that's awesome, though. That's awesome.
I think as a page, they've been there for, forgive me, Tim, I want to say probably 8 years. Let's say about 8 years.
Wow.
Okay.
That's awesome. I mean,
Something
we talked about it before. I mean, you guys got a huge following on Facebook. I mean, just the people and being specific to one state. I mean, that's a lot, man. I mean, to be able to reach out to that many people, we have a problem with doing it ourselves. You know, it's very impressive.
Touch that many people with what you got, going on.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, who is Dennis Poet though? What do we have here?
When did you start hunting? What do you hunt?
Lord.
Let's. I want to hear it. I want to hear it all.
Social security number.
Yep, all of it. Government name.
I've been hunting. This season will be coming up. Be my 39th season. I've
Wow.
been deer hunting. I know.
Just deer?
Well, I hunt everything pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, I love deer hunting, turkeys, small game. As far as waterfowl, I've goose hunt 3 times ever in my life.
Okay. How'd you enjoy it?
Oh, it was great.
It wasn't?
Oh yeah, it was
Good.
great. It was a lot of fun.
Good stuff.
Now, for the deer hunting, it's what me and you touched on it before the podcast started, but me and Alex and Chris have been talking about it for a while now. It's something that we've kind of wanted to branch off into and talk more about deer hunting and the regulations every year, how much it's changing, whether food plots stuff or keeping deer on small properties and baiting with those laws now. You know, a lot of deer stuff has changed since I deer hunted a few years back anyway, I should say.
Yeah. I think we just want to touch that market a little bit more. We talk on the podcast a ton about waterfowl, which is kind of, it is our main focus, but then like we got to touch on that whitetail stuff and, so I think no better person to have than you on here.
So there's lots to cover in Michigan.
Oh yeah. That's what I mean. Yep.
We have the pro Dennis Poet here.
Yep.
Oh no. Average Joe.
How'd your season go this year? Did you shoot?
Yeah, I got a couple.
Okay. All right, cool.
And no giants or nothing like
Yeah.
that, but I got meat in the freezer.
Yeah, there you go. That's what it's all about.
How do you feel about the old $1 or $2 state? There's a lot of people that are controversial about, we should switch over to the one. How do you feel about it all?
Well, I'm old school. I hate change.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not going to poo-poo it.
Right.
I think it might be good for a couple of years and maybe switch back when they get everything in order. But
I think it's almost like, I feel like it's a lot of test and trial, kind of a trial run for a lot of things right now. I mean, with chronic waste disease going on, and is there another one going on too?
Yeah, it's the
EHD.
EHD. Yep.
So with that going on, I feel like a lot of people just don't understand what should be done right now, I guess is the best way.
Or how to go hunting while those things are going on.
Right.
Yeah, they keep changing the rules all the time. Like this year, they did. They have the extended doe season. They had like an extra one in January that you were able to hunt them with a firearm until January 12th.
Even the bucks too.
No,
that was just doe.
Just the does.
Well, bucks with I
They
shouldn't
had
say
the
that.
extended season, the extended archery season where you could still shoot bucks up to the 31st.
Right,
Yeah.
which is new this previous year, right?
Sort of. I mean, they were kind of doing that in 3 counties, and then they expanded it over, I forget how many counties, but I'm thinking it's like from the shotgun line all the way down.
Okay, gotcha.
But, yeah, myself, I'm not a real big fan of that because once January hits, all them does are bred.
Right.
And, antlers start dropping depending on where you're at. You shoot a big giant buck or something like that, and you're all excited. You run up to him, and you go to pick him up, and
Pops right off.
you got one in your hand, and, that's
Easy shed hunting.
I never
right there.
thought of it that way.
Well,
I never thought of it the way you said it. I will admit that I've never thought of that.
I've went out I think once or twice this late January, but I want to say me and you've talked about it before.
I've never thought about the does being bred part already, and then people shooting them. I've never thought of that. Yeah,
that was a big thing on Facebook. I feel like a lot of people were seeing a lot of does that they were cleaning out that were already carrying, I guess. I've seen it all over the place. I don't know if you've seen that at all, but there was a lot of people that were talking about the late season doe and finding, you know.
I don't know about actually seeing the baby at that stage.
I guess it was small from the pictures I was seeing.
It would have to be.
Right,
but,
right.
I mean, most of them are carrying, twins, triplets sometimes.
Right.
Sometimes they're carrying 4.
Yeah.
But,
It's I don't know. It's a thing that hopefully the DNR in the future, or not even the DNR, the people in the office, I should say, think about, because a lot of the times I feel like there's not a lot of stuff that they actually think about long-term wise. You know, in my opinion, I feel like a lot of the deer hunting in Michigan goes back to the insurance companies.
oh, for sure. There's so much money wrapped up into that.
Right.
Like CWD scare,
Right.
Yeah.
And now they're learning
can see
more.
that.
It's more just the area, it seems like, because a lot of areas don't get it as bad as
Mm-hmm. Like I know the Kalamazoo area for that EHD was like really bad. Like
Lansing.
super bad. Yep. That whole side over there pushing that way, I guess you could say.
Yeah, EHD is bad. It's a horrible way for them to go. I mean, either way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the CW thing can't even say it.
CWD.
Thank you.
Yep, I got you.
I think that's more of honestly to scare people, because from what I've researched and everything about it, it's never ever decimated a deer herd ever.
Right.
Where does that tie in with the insurance companies? I'm confused
For
on
like
that.
car accidents, for deer and that aspect of everything.
Really? Like you could try to insurance claim that the deer had CWD
No,
and didn't
no,
know what
no,
it was doing?
no.
I'm
They're
confused.
wanting to get the numbers down so there's not so many
Right.
car accidents. Is originally
Yeah, different.
I got you. Okay.
That's what they were originally trying to do with the extended season for the first 3, when they were doing it when it was just 3 counties. Now it's spread over because they're trying to get the buck to doe ratio in
I
in
got
line.
you.
Right.
But-
That makes sense. Okay. I never thought of it that way either, I guess.
There's a lot of things. I mean, with everything in general, not even like hunting purposes.
Yeah.
That the government has got a lot of obviously saying what we
yeah.
do or what we can
Yeah.
and can't do. How do you?
Unless you're a sovereign citizen.
Yeah, sovereign citizen. Yeah, sovereign citizen. What do you feel about? Gosh darn it! I just lost my train of thought now.
I'm sorry.
No,
We
it's
had to
fine.
throw one in
It's
here.
an inside thing. You run a lot of food plots and stuff.
Small kill plots.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have any like tractors or equipment like that to put in any big ones. But yeah, I've been doing like little kill plots and stuff here and there.
What's the success on that for you?
It does help.
Does it?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. It's like throwing a bag of corn on the ground. You'll see them.
Yeah.
Right. A lot of nocturnal, I feel like, when you do that, but I don't know how the kill plots are, the bigger food plots are. I mean, we threw a bunch of throw and grow this year, and it seemed to work until the farmer came through and tilled it all underneath. Because we're just right on the edge of the field. We were talking about it before.
Right.
We got a lot of field that we deer hunt, and there was a little spot. I don't know if the sun wasn't hitting it right, where the beans never grew up, so we just did a whole throw and grow, a little food plot, and then once he harvested the beans, there goes the food plot too. So it kind of sucked, but whatever. It is what it is.
I liked what Travis told us before about saving one and putting a fence around it. Have you heard of that? People like putting fences around them. Remember you were telling me
keep
that.
the deer out.
Food
Yeah.
plots wise?
Oh yeah. Till the end of the year though.
Uh-huh.
I'd never heard of that till this year too.
You almost have to if you got a small enough one, because them deer will graze through there.
Smash it.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the people on the island right here. All their flowers are gone, just in those little little flower pots
In the
and
flower
whatnot,
beds,
'cause the
yep.
deer are just going up there and eating and everything they got.
So is that like a normal thing that guys do quite a bit? Because I've never heard of that until he told me that this year. And I've hunting deer for a while, been in a deer hunting family, but I never really heard of that until this year.
I wouldn't say a bunch. Would you? I mean, you would know more than me that people are using that, like the higher fences to keep them out.
I know a couple of guys, that done it for like smaller kill plots, but I don't know anybody.
Yeah, I mean, I
I
would.
feel like that would be really, really successful though if you could hold it off, and
Right.
until they're in desperate need for food, after the rut's over and that. If there was a way you could do that, because it gets so cold.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Most of the people I know that's done it, it's like right before the season they'll pull that off.
Oh, okay, I got you.
But once it's off, they're out there hunting. They ain't.
Yeah.
That was my biggest thing when I did that throw and grow. I think it was like late August. I want to say it was just so right before it was time, or maybe it was even September when I threw it out there. That way, once it started growing up and those deer started grazing through it, I was already out there. I wasn't out there, or they weren't grazing through it, before season. It was all fresh food, like popping up from the ground. And I was able to still be out there.
Right. As it's coming up.
Yeah. What kind of throw and grows do you use, or like food kill plots do you use?
Well, this year I was using, it's one of our partners. It's called Northwood Seed Company. They're, I forget exactly where, somewhere up north, but their product is top notch. Definitely. You guys get a chance, check them out.
Yeah. Any relation with the Northwoods up north or no? The store?
I don't know if I know the Northwood store up there.
You don't know Northwoods?
202, exit 202.
It's huge.
It's a big.
It's like a giant warehouse of just hunting stuff. I mean, they have marine stuff too, but
you know who?
Hey, you know what? I think I have. I think it's that, but I've never been there.
Right next to Tim. You said he's from Pinconning.
No, that's Bill Brown.
Bill Brown. Okay, so that's right where he's at. It's in Pinconning.
So I've been to. We got Frank's Great Outdoors. They're a partner of ours, and I've been to the Jay's Sporting Goods store. Once ever. That was my first time this summer.
Both those stores are great stores.
Yeah, they're both great stores. We love Frank's. We always go up to Frank's.
Yeah,
Frank's is awesome. So Northwoods is another half hour south of Frank's, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah,
not far at all.
It's
not
huge.
Far.
I have to check that out next time I'm up north.
Yeah, they got everything in there, man. Everything.
Just every time I go up north, there's never enough time, and
you're on a time crunch as it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Michigan Outdoors report. It covers everything, right?
Yeah, everything. The state, anything outdoorsy in the state of Michigan.
So what like, are people just going on to your guys' social media and updating like just hunting videos or their food plots or their kill opportunities? Like what's kind of going on?
We make a lot of our own content.
Okay.
There's there's 6 of us now on the team. Everybody's getting their own content from around the state. We get a lot of stuff from the fans, the followers of the page. They send us, pictures, videos. We check them out, read the stories, make sure we try to get them all up on the page. And what else do we do over there?
You guys go on any shows or anything like that, or no?
No, not yet. Not yet. We are doing events for kids. We just started that last year.
That's awesome. Then.
We got one coming up June 14th, Sterling State Park.
Oh, awesome! Right down the street.
Yeah, we're going to be out there, I believe, for the next couple of years.
That'd be awesome, then.
Yeah, it was a good time last year. It was the first time they done it. I was doing it. Before Michigan Outdoors Report, I was doing my own thing on social media, and I was hosting that event for like 4 years on my own. And then when I became a field staffer over there, I brought it over there, and the guys really loved doing it. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, we get a good response out of it, and we get a lot of help from the partners and other people that donate. And
I was just taking kids out fishing, or what's?
Yep. We get them out there fishing, give away a bunch of free tackle, rods, reels. Last year we gave away a kayak. We gave away a trip to Fletcher's Landing Resort. It was a cabin with a boat for the weekend. And what's the other trip? Normandy Lodge in Canada.
Almost took Chris' eye out right there.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome, though.
Yeah. To be able to do that and give that out, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, to see the smiles on all their faces.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
And they get a chance to get off them stupid devices and make some memories.
Oh yeah, that's what it's good for the parents too, man. Yeah. I got a son. I know how it is and it gets stressful. It'd be nice to just go away and just chill out. You don't got to clean the house for maybe a long weekend or something, and you just sit up there and chill and take your kid fishing. And I can see that.
That's something they'll remember the rest of their life.
100%. Yep.
That's we got a GDHA, Gibraltar Duck Hunters Association. We got a dinner coming up. They help out with a bunch of kids and stuff like that around our area, and even I think Chris could tell me if they got, is it at Sterling State Park, Chris?
No, it's at Point Malay.
For Point Malay. Okay, so there's a fishing tournament that they put on. Sounds like kind of similar to what you guys got going on, which, I don't know. It's nice to be able to get the kids in the next generation into
we
sport.
inspire a couple of them.
Right.
That would be cool. We do other stuff too besides the fishing out there. We got games and activities for them too. We invested the money in. Did you ever hear the AccuBow?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got one of those out there. The kids are going to be on. We had a shooting gallery out there, casting contests. We had tables set up with antler sheds, deer heads, all kinds of animal parts, coyote pelts, turkey fans, stuff kids can get their hands on and
cool.
learn a little bit.
Funny story about the AccuBow. When I first started kind of getting involved with the social media and whatnot.
You was killing zombies, wasn't you?
No,
I bet he was, dude.
Doing that.
15 bush lights deep, killing zombies.
No, not doing that. We ran a different page, and it was God's Country Outdoors. And right when the AccuBow started off is when we got involved with those guys over there. So it was the first year or two, we kind of had a sponsorship through the AccuBow. So I've known about those guys for a long time. I got one at my parents' house right now, actually.
Yeah, they're pretty neat.
They are pretty cool. I didn't have the whole phone thing situated, but they had the laser on it still, and you could practice drawing back.
Pretty accurate.
It's just the weight and stuff. It's almost like a workout. So you can get,
really?
From my understandings.
I only got to mess with the thing for about 3 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, we got flooded with a bunch of people, and it was mainly there for the kids.
I could see it.
I wish I could take it home for a little bit.
Right.
But so
I'd be killing zombies on it myself.
Yeah.
So they didn't have the phone, so it was more of just for when I had it, it was more of a workout to kind of get your
the fluency
your muscle
down
memory.
Yeah, the muscle memory.
The fluency of pulling it back and
right.
having something in front of you. Yeah, I could see that too.
Because I want to say you could buy different weights, or it was that
poundage.
way. Yeah, at that time. So I mean,
Neat.
it was it was a good tool, and I mean, obviously still is. I'm glad to see them still going.
Have you guys done Point Moulet ever?
Nope.
No. Really? Do you guys do Bay City or any of that, the waterfowl festivals, or no?
No, I don't think we've covered that yet, but it would be a good idea to start covering some things like that. There's an event coming up, the free fishing weekend out at Sterling State Park. It's an organization called Vets with Nets.
Yeah, we've heard of that, yep.
I'm trying to get them on here soon. I'll be making that call, reaching out to them. I met them at the fishing show, a few of the guys out there, and wanted to give them a hand and let them come on and talk a little bit about their organization and see if we might be able to get them some help. And during that event, I wanted to go down there and cover it for them.
Oh, okay.
And make more people aware about what they got going on.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Good
So
stuff.
so what mainly you're out deer hunting and fishing.
Oh, yeah.
And turkey hunting.
I love to watch the seasons change from hunting to fishing.
But your thing is deer hunting, it sounds like.
Deer hunting and bass fishing. Yeah.
Like to catch some ditch pickles.
Oh, man. So much
Oh,
fun.
man, he says.
So much
Small
fun.
or large?
Both. Smallies are my favorite, though.
Oh, okay.
You able to get out on the lake quite a bit?
Yeah, I live 2 miles from one.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's
I mean,
right.
the fish glow in the dark there, so it's a great place to night fish.
Right, yeah. Can't swim there.
Can't eat the
right.
fish out of there, but you can go catch the crap out of them.
I wonder now, thinking about it, we talked about crappies. You like crappie fishing a lot, you said.
I love it all. Doesn't matter what it is. I go even chase carp.
I wonder if we're thinking, I'll have to write this down so I don't forget about it, if we're fishing the same crappie hole. Because there was a couple times ice fishing where I was catching the crap out of the crappie somewhat near your area, and I won't say it on here, but we were catching some big old slabs of the ice a couple years back. So I'll have to talk to you about that.
Top secret.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Top secret, he says.
Don't want to say nothing about that.
Question for you. Have you ever tried to eat bass?
Yes.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I heard it's not that bad.
No. Tastes like fish.
That's what I've heard.
I heard it's got to be a little bit cold though. Like it's got to be earlier in the year. If it gets hot out, they get mushy.
Yeah, when you get them big ones, they get mushy. But I did learn a little secret. Take that fillet. Once you get the fillet off, if it's a decent sized bass, 17, maybe 18 inches, I've eaten those before. I take that fillet knife and run it right back down the middle of that fillet again. And then after I do it to both of them, I got 4 pieces of fish. It cooks a little better.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's almost like zippering a walleye kind of thing.
Yeah,
I don't know if have you zippered like okay, so almost like that because we rip both pieces apart and then you got 2 fillets out of the one side.
Well, I take like the meaty part that runs across the back.
Yeah.
If it's thick, I'll cut it
Okay.
right down that and make it a little thinner.
Oh,
Cooks
okay,
nice.
I gotcha. I thought you were talking about like zippering, like you know how
Yeah.
zippering a walleye, you get the top and the bottom. But I heard a lot of people not eat the bottom part because the mercury. I don't know if you ever heard about that at all.
No, I've been eating it forever. And there's nothing wrong with it.
Everything's good with you.
Right.
Everything's good with you. I don't see no problem at all right now.
Oh man, that reminds me of that show that just came out on TLC, the Balin show.
That
Yeah,
Tourette's girl.
Yeah,
I just seen
yeah.
a thing on TikTok about that.
Oh man, she
That
says some
rotisserie.
outrageous shit, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
little
Tap that
baby,
wiener.
little
Tap that
baby,
wiener.
little baby wing.
Yeah. I don't know. Have you seen that at all?
No.
She must have been hanging out at Fermi too long.
Well, it'll probably pop up on your algorithm now that we're saying it. It's probably gonna
Now
go
we're
to
talking about your
phone.
phone's already probably picking it up.
Yeah, you're probably gonna see it. So big deer hunter, how do you feel about baiting in Michigan? I know it happened quite a few years ago now, right?
Yeah, it happened. When I can't remember the year.
3-4 years ago, maybe.
I was gonna say I thought it was 3 years.
It was. I remember it was 30 days after Governor Whitmer took office.
Okay.
Yeah.
When nobody knows anything about anything in that office.
I was not happy.
Oh,
Because the place I was hunting, that's the only way you were going to see deer.
Governor Whitmer not making people happy. Seems like a common theme.
goes hand in hand. It seems
Yeah.
like.
Mm-hmm.
So is your kill plot? Were you doing kill plots before all of that took off, or is your kill plots like the
No, I had
alternative?
that's the alternative.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is the craziest thing because deer are still out in the same kill plots, food plots, whatever it may be, eating at the same thing.
Yeah, they're eating out of that field. You used to get the corn from to put out in front of your stand.
Right.
It
right.
doesn't matter where it's at; they're going to be eating it.
And it's kind of like what we talked about earlier when I was hunting up north. For the people that go up there once or twice a year and that's all they have for the whole year to deer hunt, that bait was kind of like their whole purpose of going up there and making sure that the deer were still around.
Yeah, and well, honestly, like some of these old timers, they can't do the big long walks and stuff like
Right.
that. They should be able to put bait out.
Right.
To give them a better chance at getting, or even a newcomer to the sport, young kid.
Right.
Help it because they get bored when they get out there.
Right.
Now, how do you feel about next year's laws coming through with not killing a buck for the youth hunt?
I think that honestly is really crappy.
You think so?
Yeah.
What's the reasoning behind that?
Because during just the Liberty hunt, I think it's the Liberty hunt
Mm-hmm.
and the youth season, I think that only accounts for, I think it's no more than 2% of the total harvest in the state.
Really?
Of Michigan. Yeah.
That's a really good fact to know.
Yeah, so
Dang.
it really doesn't make that much of a difference.
That's
if you ask
very
me.
low.
Do you think it's more of the fact that the people that have been watching this deer for X amount of years and the kid comes in that year and shoots it? Or the fake hunters that have their kids shoot the buck?
On the youth season?
Yeah. You think that's got something to do with it all?
I really have no idea. I honestly think it's just wrong. Why not let them be kids and enjoy it, make a memory that they're going to remember and maybe get hooked in this thing. I mean, they get hooked on the outdoors, they ain't going to have no money for drugs. So
That's true. That's true. The only thing I can say about that is at least if they're even shooting does and they're not focusing on the bucks as much, because obviously everybody knows you're going to be seeing like a lot of does no matter what time of year it is. It seems like the does are pretty prevalent. At least, they at least get to shoot one. They get to go out there. They get to experience it, and they don't get to have I shot this, I shot that. They shoot a monster buck, and they're done for the rest of their life because they'll never be able to shoot a buck like that the rest of their life. They got an urgency to keep on going and get a learning. They want to do more of it to be able to get to that point during regular season. I guess that's my only debate on that situation.
Yeah, you shoot a big giant.
I mean, it's a once in a lifetime buck.
You can look at it a lot of different ways.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like if Weston shot that, I'd be like, he'd be like, oh, I want to shoot one bigger or the same size. Well, now you got years of work to do. And if you really want to be a hunter and you really want to do this thing the right way, you got years of hunting and years of seasons to do to try to kill one that's that size again.
But then the opportunities become a lot
smaller.
Smaller.
But if he loves it enough, he'll do it. You know what I mean? That's how I think that's how you make Die Hard.
But is a kid going to understand that at that age, though?
Their maturity level is all it comes down to.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, as a kid, like, 3 years go on, you don't even see a buck even close to that magnitude. You're going to start going downhill with even the want behind it. I put all this work in. I put all this time in. Well, I keep on doing it. I've been 3 years, and I haven't been able to shoot one like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I can see that
too. Like, kind of defeats them.
Right. Like, it lowers their confidence, right? And it lowers their love for it because they're like, damn, I haven't shot one that big in forever. Right. Man, what am I doing wrong? Is it me? You know, am I doing something wrong? Yeah, I could see that.
So at that age, I guess that's the only debate that I would have on that.
Unless they got that fire. Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like my son, I'm gonna build that fire into him. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I am.
That's what my dad did to me before I could even go. We were sitting in a brush blind that he made out in Jackson County behind my aunt's house, and I'll never forget the time he smoked 2 deer with a pump shotgun, boom, boom, right in front of me, and that was it. I was hooked.
Yeah. My grandpa, I used to duck and goose hunt with my grandfather, and he wouldn't even let me shoot for like the first, I'd say about 2-3 years. I wasn't even allowed to shoot. I was allowed to go with headphones, like, you know, earphones, but I wasn't allowed to shoot. I had to just watch. You know what I mean? He wanted to make that hunter out of me to watch, you know, and not just have the thirst to kill, to know why we're killing and when to kill, and, you know, why they're setting things the way they are, just to watch, you know, and soak it all in. Mm-hmm. I think that's a pretty good avenue to take for the kids too, you know.
Yeah, it's tough all the way around. I mean, the way you look at it, like you said, there's a million different ways.
Everyone looks at it different.
Cat, you know what I mean? It's just we had that fire in us, but with technology nowadays and everything else going on, I feel like that's to be the hardest part, because they're going to go on their social media and see all these people shooting these big deer like that.
Yeah, social media is a tough one too.
It's back and forth.
It's a tough one.
You got something on your mind right now?
Nah, I just I was thinking about kids and social media, and it's just, honestly, I find it to be a cancer on society. But
yeah, we feel the same way you do. We can go into a whole deep ass rabbit hole about that.
If it wasn't for the video thing that I was doing in the first place, I wouldn't even have it. Like I said, when I first started out, I didn't even have a smartphone. My phone had buttons. Right. But
I almost wish we would go back to that, though. Just a little flip phone, you just call, and that's about it. Maybe
I don't even want that. I miss the old days where the phone used to hang on your wall in the kitchen.
Okay.
Because I hate it when people can get in contact with me anytime, especially if I'm out on the road. They want to have a 5-hour conversation. I'm like, I'm trying to focus.
Yeah, right. I could see that too.
I've been out scouting plenty of times, and it's like, all right, you can get off the phone anytime now. You don't want to be rude to the people and whatnot, but it's like,
I got a plan now. If I get in the truck, I drive far enough north, my phone don't work.
That's a good plan to have. That's a good plan to have.
Right.
How much property are you deer hunting?
Well, I hunt all over the place, but the place I hunt the most, the closest to my house, it's a 42-acre partial.
For people, people thinking that might not be enough to keep deer there, how do you feel about that?
Well, I know they really don't hang out on that property very much. They hunt, or they come over on from the neighboring property, because that's where 90% of the bedding is over there.
Do you do any hinge cutting or anything?
Yeah, I've done that over there a little bit.
Have you seen a difference in that at all?
Well, yeah, I see them come in and hit the browse and stuff, but as far as like holding them there to bed, I haven't seen that.
Okay.
Because where I'm at, the way the property's set up, when I first hit the woods, it's a little sliver of thicket up. It's suburbia, so I got pretty much a neighborhood right on the back door, and if the deer are bedded on that property, they're bedded pretty close to where I'm going
walking in at.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like that's a big thing too for deer hunting wise. Those deer are smart enough to.
It's just a little sliver. Like I said, 90% of the time they're all across the railroad tracks from where I'm hunting on a neighboring property.
Right.
But we get a lot of hardwoods and lots of good browse and stuff. So they come over here to eat
Right.
I'd see them crossing the railroad tracks.
I see.
Even seen them waiting on the train to leave.
Yeah.
And here they come. Soon they're gone.
Right.
Like, wow.
I feel like a lot of people underestimate how smart these deer are sometimes with how, like where you park at. If they can see a vehicle next to like where you're hunting at, especially if you got one way in and one way out from where you're hunting. Because if you're walking in the same way or walking out the same way, those bigger deer I feel like will bed up right next to where you're walking in and out at. And they know. They're smart enough to know all of that.
Yeah. I've seen them pretty much, backed up to people's houses pretty much, almost their backyard, sometimes bedded down. Not this particular property, just a handful of times, but I used to hunt another piece of property that my grandmother owned on the other side of Romulus, the other side of the airport. And that's where they were all hanging. We had a ditch line that ran right behind all the houses on the street over there, and they would be
just run that ditch line.
They would run the ditch line. They would cross it and come into the hardwoods where I had all my tree stands. But most of the time, they're on the side where the houses were.
Okay.
Bedded up. I mean, just as soon as you walk out the back door, I've walked back there and seen just racks stand up in the high grass.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
That's what I had one time this year. I was walking out. I just sat on the ground this hunt. And sitting there watching over this field, and right, say 45 minutes till dark, when all the deer start filtering out into the fields, the big boy that I was after stood up right in the corner of the woodlot where they were all walking out of. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, that deer watched me walk all the way across this field and knew exactly. He's sitting on that corner for a reason, to be able to see all of his surroundings, to see where someone's walking and where they're not walking, to know when it's safe and when it's not safe. Like, what's the point of this hunt right now? Because he knows I'm here already, but I didn't know that, obviously.
Right.
Where I'm hunting, too, you get a lot of people from the neighborhood that thinks that property is a nature hike. They'll go walking their dogs through there, see ladies jogging down the pipeline.
I've had that, too. I've had that quite a bit.
Four-wheelers come blowing through there, but they're suburbia deer. They're actually kind of used to the
that,
people.
right.
Yeah. I mean, they'll watch them go by. And
I've had that where I've had like a four-wheeler run through the woods, or kids are riding their little four-wheelers, and then they're done, and 30 minutes later, here comes that buck I was after.
Yeah.
They're used to that noise, which helps it out big time.
Yeah, what's up?
You guys have parks around here that you guys can hunt?
So, like, state land area?
Parks, yeah.
We have some state land that we're able to hunt around here.
Biggest would be just Moulet, right?
Point Moulet would be one. But there's a lot of parks or a lot of state games area. I shouldn't say even a lot, that you could only bow hunt in certain areas. I don't know if you're in a spot where you can gun hunt.
Yeah.
Okay. But there's some spots like
rules to it. They, the town I live in, they don't allow no single projectiles. It's shot only.
Okay, so you can't even, can you use like a 450 then, or no just shotgun? That's it.
Shotgun with buckshot. Yep.
Okay, which is insane to me though, because a lot of these places that you could shoot a coyote with, you could shoot 30-06 on the ground at a coyote, but you can't shoot a 30-06 in a tree stand at a deer. Have you ever? I mean, that's insane to me.
Yeah.
How does it, like, that doesn't even make sense why you could do that?
It makes no sense to me either.
Because you think, like, England down.
Yeah, that would be safer. I honestly would think that would be safer than shooting them standing
Cleaner.
on the ground.
Right.
Cleaner harvest, too.
Being
Bigger round.
Flat-wise.
Right.
I get it that there's not enough.
It's just because we're so suburbia.
Right, there's more
Sucks.
people and stuff.
Right.
I get that. And there might not be a lot of ag culture, like, up north-wise, but at the same time, it's like, how does that even make sense at all?
Right.
Yeah, I hunt, like I said, a lot of suburbia, but when I'm not, I've got other places I hunt inside Washtenaw County, Jackson County, do a little bit of Hillsdale, and then I go truck up north to Huron National Forest. I got a buddy that lives there. Don O'Neill lives in Rose City.
Oh, okay.
Go visit him. I'm usually there a week, sometimes 10 days.
Our buddy owns the Rose City greenhouse.
Okay.
We're right off of 33 in like Cabin Lake Road area.
Do you know where the big wood sign on 33 is? It says
Right
Huron
on the
National
river?
Forest.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. He's just a couple houses right before that sign.
Oh, no kidding.
right on.
Right, yeah.
We were duck hunting right up there this past fall.
Yeah. It's a decent area.
I'll have to show you some pictures of the deer that he's got up there.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's not listening. I'm not giving too many secrets.
I keep hearing
That's a good
people all the
point.
time saying, "Oh, there ain't no big deer up there." Bull honky.
Yeah. Yeah. You can say bullshit. It's okay on here.
I try not to.
Okay. I'm just saying. Feel free.
I mean, I actually got a mouth like a trucker, but I try not to.
All right.
Yeah.
Because
The representation.
doing a live there.
Got to keep it a
and,
little professional for your page. Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, there's it all depends on how much work you want to put into it all. I mean, you want to put some work in, you're going to have some big deer, but like where I'm at.
Yeah, totally different hunting up there than it is down
for
here.
sure. For sure.
Way different.
But I think ag's got a lot to do with that, in my opinion.
Well, it helps.
The ag fields and the cornfield that a deer are able to hide in year round. But like from where I'm at, there might be 2 or 3 people that hunt it, and that's it. For 3 miles, I think it is, 3 square miles, that I'm the only one really out there besides old Lou sitting there and then another farmer that hunts on the backside. But we kind of got an old game plan that we're only shooting this and we're only
So you
shooting
have
that.
crops up there that you get to hunt.
Not up there, down
Oh,
here
okay.
I do. Yeah, up there it's all hardwoods.
Yeah, I would say that same thing for me. Well, this year we're going to be putting in a kill plot
Okay.
back down there. Yeah, behind his house, he's only got, I want to say it's 5 acres. But, butts right up to Huron National Forest. And then he's got it across the street, too.
Okay.
There's no houses over there, and you can walk for miles.
I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, here on National Forest is absolutely huge up there. Absolutely huge. Unbelievable.
One place I love to hunt up there, too, is along the Asabo River bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Man, have I seen some big, gnarly ones in there over the years.
Oh, I'm sure.
Never had the opportunity at them.
You ever bear hunt up there?
No, I've never bear hunted.
Ever elk hunted?
No, I wish.
That's one of my buckets right there.
Yep,
is
mine too.
I want to do that out west, though.
with a bow.
I want to do that. I want to do
You'll have to because
the fucking hardest way possible. Oh yeah, I know. I'm big into. I like the whole camping out on the mountainside, trekking, the freaking what do you call them? The heat. How you have to. The heat goes over the mountain. What the hell is that called? There's a name for it.
Over like
No, the
about the thermals.
Thermals, yep. Reading all that and having to walk certain ways that I think the workout aspect of it too is it's a test to your mettle for sure.
Yeah, you're a young guy. You'll be able to do that.
I've had 4 surgeries, man. I played hockey for a long time,
Yeah,
and I played rough.
That'll make you an old man before your
Yeah,
time.
oh God, yeah, dude. Oh yeah,
It's like roofing.
yeah. Oh yeah. Is that what you did?
I did when I was younger.
That's a tough gig too, man.
Yeah, I was smart enough to get out of that as quick as I could.
Right.
if you were out there camping with
What, man?
I got a question for you.
All right,
man,
let's
that's
hear
all.
it.
If you were out there camping with a buddy out west and your backside hurt when you woke up, would you tell anybody about it?
Yeah, I would. I'd go see a doctor.
So you wouldn't tell no like friends or nothing?
No.
You want to go camping then?
Yeah, me and you. Let's go, man.
All right, if you
That
ain't gonna tell
sounds-
nobody about it, all right.
I mean, it sounds great to me. Let's do it.
I think everybody knows now.
Yeah, right.
you get what I'm saying,
Oh
don't
yeah,
you?
yeah, I do. I just fucking with you.
You find
Messing
a-
with you.
Fruit Loop in your belly button, man. Good Lord. That's bad, man. I don't know if I'd have said that or not.
I don't care. You're the one that said it, not me.
Are you paying for the trip?
I ain't paying for nothing, man. I ain't paying for nothing. No, up there, different animal down here though, especially even just like the scent, like. But okay, you guys are talking about the thermals going down. What about the pressure? You look at the pressure while you're deer hunting.
Yeah.
See,
Pay attention.
I don't pay attention enough about that because even the bird hunting wise, a lot of people are saying stuff like that, and turkeys too. I don't pay enough attention about the pressure.
Yeah, I try to honestly. If I'm going up there, I try to find a spot where to stay away from the people when
Well,
I know that it ain't.
No,
that
he
pressure.
means the pressure of the earth from storms, like just different stuff like that.
Yeah.
The air
Barometric-
pressure that.
like
Bear
barometric pressure.
yes,
yeah.
Barometric
I'm sorry,
pressure,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. Do you pay attention to that at all?
Sometimes more when I'm fishing.
Okay. I don't. I don't look at that as much as I feel like I should because a lot of people, even like while fishing and hunting, a lot of people do, and it seems to work a lot more than you would think.
I have guys that I know, like guy that we know in Wisconsin that swears by it.
Oh yeah, for
Swears
sure.
by it, won't go out unless the pressure's what he wants.
Yeah, for me it doesn't matter. I try to be out there every stinking day that I can. So I don't care what it's doing. I'm going to be out there.
Yeah.
It's just this year I usually don't miss this many days of a season. I've had days or seasons where I've only missed 4 days out of an entire season. This year I took quite a bit of time off actually after the gun season. I was a little beat up.
Now, what about like scrapes and stuff? You use scrapes at all, like mock scrapes?
Yeah, firm believer in mock scrapes. Installing licking branches, scrape drippers, another one.
Okay.
Yeah, those are great because you can't throw bait on the ground or nothing like that. You put up a scrape dripper and a camera in front of it, it's pretty much bait. They're going to be in there all the time.
I've used that before. Hey, Chris, that his right there. I don't know what's going on with it.
They just got bad service by the water.
That's okay.
I don't know. What does that say, Chris? I don't know what's going
You
on
can just
with
leave it. You can just leave it. I'll take care
right.
of it later.
Yeah, I don't want to do all that. The whole mock scrape and stuff like that is something like that I've been getting into or have thought about doing. I don't know. Just getting back into it. I don't know enough about it, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, the thing I like the most about them is they drip during daylight hours only.
Because the heat, right?
Yeah, I believe it's something to do with
sun
the
or something?
Yeah, I believe it has to do with that, something like that. But, it helps condition your bucks to be on their feet during daylight hours, especially, like right before the rut. I like to, I hang mine sometimes August.
Okay.
And but I'll switch up the urine that I got in there for like a doe and estrus. I'll put that out there instead. And when do I do that? I start hitting them probably around the 20th, 22nd. I switch over to the estrus.
Okay.
And the bucks come in, sniff that, and it's only dripping during daylight hours, so they start getting that sunk in their head. But
Daylight.
She's coming here during the daytime.
I got to be here too.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense then. There's
And you'd rather have them wasting, the more stuff you got licking branches and mock scrapes, they're wasting more time on your property than the neighbors.
Right.
It's kind of, want to keep them over there.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. I don't know. That whole deer thing that we talked about before this all started is just a thing where I want to get more acclimated with. I want to learn more about it all. Just like everything else. I mean, if you're going to do it, you might as well.
That's one thing about the outdoors, man. There's always something new to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Never stop learning.
Man, like I always tell everyone, like, my grandfather was the only one that hunted, but he only bird hunted. Everything that I learned about deer hunting was trial and error. Oh, yeah. Walking through where they're bedding and they all jump up. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, just trial and error for like 5-6 years, just trying to figure it out, watch YouTube videos, talk to people, do everything I could. And just, and to do that, I feel like you, same way, like you got to have the love behind it to keep failing and going back at it and failing, going back at it. And finally, when you get that first kill, you're like, man, everything I did added up to that one shot, that one kill. And it's like, everything was worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome though. There's so many different.
Yeah, I've been, like I said, this will be coming up my 39th season, and I'm still learning stuff.
Right. Yep.
It never stops.
I mean, that's the attitude you have to have.
Oh, yeah.
Because you stay stagnant, it's just like stuff's gonna surpass you. I feel like there's always new technology, there's always new ways, there's always new this, new that. You know what I mean? You gotta.
Yeah, there's all kinds of new stuff, and then a bunch of junk stuff that's
a
fad.
Yeah, or a fad stuff. We get that in the waterfowl world too.
Yep, fishing and hunting.
Oh, I could think of one off the top of my head.
What's that, man?
I could think of it right now, man. I could just see it in my brain, man.
I don't know. That's kind of how I feel about the property that I deer hunt, though. I told my dad that we're going to have to go through maybe 3 to 4 years of hunting just to understand a deer around that area. Let's go through a whole crop rotation to understand, all right, this is what happens when it's corn, this is what happens when it's beans, this is what happens when it's wheat out there, whatever it may be. And then once that's all said and done, that's when let's figure out where we could put our stands at or where the deer are moving in and out of the property and kind of just get a whole understanding of the piece. Yeah, I mean, cameras do something, but they
Right.
don't do everything.
No,
you know?
nothing beats boots on the ground, if you ask me.
Right.
'Cause we used to do it before trail cameras ever
His-
came out.
Yeah, his brother shot a really nice one this year. That's all they do is deer hunt.
Really?
Yeah, that's all they've ever done is deer hunt. They deer hunt hard. All them, his dad, all them boys. That's a lot of what they do up there. His brother shot a really nice one this year. Did you shoot a gun or bow? Oh, yeah, it's really nice.
There's a bunch of stuff that, you know, like I said, over time you get to learn and
Yeah, if you can lock down a property for, wow, that's a nice deer there.
real
bud.
nice one. Real nice one. Wide.
Mhm.
Yeah, if you can lock down a piece of property for a long period of time, you'll get to learn that property real well. You'll learn something new every year.
Right.
That's a
And
lot
after a
bigger
few
than-
years, you get it dialed in, man. It's just,
Yeah.
success.
So what could people kind of think of, like, from Michigan Outdoors Report? Like, is there anything up and coming or anything like that for you guys?
We do got a really big announcement coming up, but I cannot let the cat out the bag just yet.
Okay, so
So stay tuned, though,
Oh, yeah.
for big announcement coming up.
Yep.
Okay.
that's exciting then. That's exciting. I was going through Facebook, and I've been following you guys on Facebook for a long time, and I'm glad I got to meet you today, obviously, and get to know a little bit more about you. And
I appreciate you having me out.
Yeah,
It's
of
actually
course.
been
It's really
pretty
nice to
fun.
talk to you. Yeah.
good.
Good.
I'm glad. I don't know. I like to kind of just reach out to everybody from all over the place. Deer, turkey, waterfowl, fishing, whatever it may be, and branch my knowledge out or receive more knowledge for me, you know, as far as we keep going and doing this thing, and as long as I keep going out into the woods and learning myself. I mean, there's a lot of people I feel like that are just kind of stuck at a wall and don't want to learn more. They're just stubborn about it all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they just give up, and I mean, we always talk about like the kind of the plateau almost kind of thing. Where
Yeah.
they just, I don't know. They don't.
That's
care.
my favorite thing, too, is when you have all these different people. Oh, man, everybody, there's not one person that does everything the same way. And you could literally take bits and pieces from everybody and make your own creation, you know. It's cool, man. Some things you would, like you said some things today, I've never even thought that way. And I'm like, damn, you know, it makes you think in a whole different light. So, yeah, it was really nice to have you on.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
I didn't know you guys were this close.
Right.
Well, we'll have to definitely maybe even talk more and even get you in here more about maybe the preparation of your deer season, or you know, how you do certain things or why you do certain things, because it's one thing where our audience doesn't get to hear enough about. And we've talked about doing a live on your guys' stuff for the waterfowl as well. But with you being this close and stuff, it'd be nice to be able to hear more from you throughout your deer season and
Okay.
you know, even fishing season. How
Sounds
you
fun.
how you catching them crappies by the way? You catching them by like
Top secret bait.
slip bobber? Like what are you doing though?
Dynamite.
Like lighting it, throwing it in the water,
You ever been dynamite fishing?
catching them all on the top of the surface.
Dynamite.
We had that last year, didn't we, on that goose hunt? That was pretty cool.
No, I've been hitting them on my favorite go-to in the springtime's artificial. It's a crappie assassin.
Okay,
Ever seen a bass or walleye assassin?
Mm-mm.
I don't know if I have. Like a drop shot kind of thing.
No, it's just a tiny kind of, it's a soft plastic, kind of like a swim bait, but it don't really have the tail. It's just a straight,
Okay, I know what you're talking about now.
with just I think I'm using maybe an 1/8 ounce jig head, regular jig head, no spinner, no nothing, 6-pound line, and
Just casting out there, reeling it back in.
yeah, where I'm fishing is kind of deep water rock ledge, and they sit up there on the edge of the rocks. And once that lure hits the water, I'll let it fall down, quite a ways because it's kind of deep. And I'll reel it a few times, give it a couple snaps, let it fall. And as it's falling, that's usually when they come and pick it up if their bite's not real aggressive.
Oh, you got a paddle tail on yours then too?
No, it's just
Just a
it's
straight?
Yep.
Okay.
That
Oh,
third one, maybe?
just like this then.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yep. Just
Okay.
like that.
Huh.
Yep.
Thanks to our Jamie, aka Chris, right on that one.
Yeah, I've been using the crappie assassins and this it's a knockoff. I forget the name of it. Bobby Garland, I think is the manufacturer. I found them in Walmart last year. Brand I ain't never heard of,
Well, if it works, it works.
but they was cheap. Yeah, and I tried them. I couldn't find anything else, and luckily they had close to the color that I had was using, and just bought a bunch of them.
That's awesome, man.
tearing them up.
That's awesome.
Color matters when it comes to that or no?
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes, yeah, it does. Sometimes I've had days where you hit everything in a box. But, yeah, for me, down there in the springtime, I like to use more natural. Yeah, looking like tiny little shiners. You catch a ton of them on live shiner.
Depending on clarity of the water, too, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And Gavin was asking about
Down there it's all
color.
all zebra mussels, and
Right.
that water's crystal clear down there.
Right.
Unless you get a horrible rain.
Right,
Then
muddying
it-
up that water a
yeah.
little bit.
Yeah, and when it does that, then I'll switch over to like chartreuse or hot pink. Hot pink and blue is another good one down there when the water was stained.
I'll have to get a hold of you during that time or even beforehand about some of the jigs that I'm making, too. Maybe you could try them out
Yeah.
down that way.
Walleye jigs.
Or even the crappie. I can make the small ones.
Oh, yeah.
I can make the
Same
little
thing.
tiny ones, yeah.
Mhm.
You got the little eyes on them, which that doesn't matter in my opinion, but catching more people than it does fish.
Well, they can see down there if you put the eye on the jig.
Yeah, they could tell if one eye's missing and one eye's there. Yeah. That was a joke, everybody. But no, Dennis, I do appreciate you coming on today. And I hope in the future you come on a couple more times, talk about deer hunting and bring some people in.
I could talk deer hunting forever.
Well, maybe we have to come in turkey hunting.
I do that too.
Yeah.
Kyle's a big turkey hunter.
You use decoys?
Yeah, usually just one.
Just a hen?
No, usually just a Jake. He gets PO'd and comes in looking for a fight. I got some pretty good footage actually over the years of them coming in and just beating the snot out of this thing.
Maybe before turkey season we can get you back in here because we got Shane Simpson. You know who that is?
Sounds familiar. I've heard that
You
name.
probably watched him on YouTube. If you watch any YouTube or anything, you've probably seen him on
sometimes.
there. He's coming on pretty soon. I've been watching him for a few years now. He hunts with Hunting Public. I don't know if you
Yeah,
watch
I've heard
those
of that.
guys.
Yep.
So he hunts with those guys. He's coming on pretty soon, and hopefully a couple more turkey hunters coming on. So maybe we can get you in here before the springtime, and
Yeah, that's something, man, I wish I would have done years ago.
it's a blast, man.
Yeah, I deer hunted my whole life, and then I started with my little brother 10 years ago, 11 years ago. This will be 11 years. My little brother passed away like 10 years ago, and we got started turkey hunting together. And the first year we went out, we never got nothing. We seen a bunch of birds, but never got an opportunity. And the next year he passed. So I've been turkey hunting by myself. And when I finally got my first one, I hit 3 years in a row. And then I went on a stupid drought for like 3 years. I didn't get nothing. It was about to go into the 4th one. And that's when I started with Michigan Outdoors Report. That first season, I was like, man, I would love to get something on camera. I ain't shot one on camera in a while. And kept seeing this big Jake. And I was like, you know what? I ain't never shot a Jake. I said, maybe I ought to just shoot a Jake, get it over with, and break the curse.
Let me see one up close real quick.
And he came right in. I smoked a Jake. And then after that, it's been pretty good.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I got my biggest bird last year. I've never seen, like on the tail fan, the 3 middle feathers, you know how they got the black stripes?
Mm-hmm.
These are white. I've never seen that in the middle of those.
There was
like
a couple of them that I seen last year, the year prior. What about that? So that bird right there, actually, I shot, I think 4 years ago, I'd say. That bird came in with a bird with my dad. Both of them had 10-inch beards. My dad's had, I think, 1.25 inch spurs on it. That bird had no spurs at all, flat, never broke off, no nothing.
Wow.
Looked like just like a hen. But it had like a snood, just like a gobbler would, everything. Had no spurs on it.
I ain't never seen that.
No, it was the craziest thing I've ever seen. I don't know what happened with it. But I will say a couple years prior to that, maybe 2 years prior to that bird, the DNR dropped a bunch of birds off on that property. So I don't know if it was one of the birds that they dropped off, and it was from, wherever they get their birds at, or
Like a genetic mutation or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
It all tastes like turkey.
It tastes like a turkey at the end, for sure. For sure. But again, Dennis, I appreciate you coming on today. Hopefully in the future we get you back out here.
Yeah, it'd be fun. I'd love to come back out again. That'd be
That's
cool.
good.
You're close, yeah.
Not too far.
For sure.
Yeah, I appreciate your time.
And I spent actually quite a bit of time down there by Lee Road. My buddy lives on Jefferson. He's got a canal that runs up the back.
Oh, so
I'm usually down there fishing and stuff in the spring and summer. And
you're always welcome in here, man.
cool. I appreciate that.
Now, where can people find Michigan Outdoors Report?
All over the place. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Yeah, and I think that's it.
Again, that's Michigan Outdoors Report.
Yes, sir.
And one last thing I'll say is we got the Point Moulet Festival coming up this year.
Do you know the dates?
September 14th, Chris.
13th, 14th.
And you guys should definitely get a booth.
First booth is free.
Correct?
Right, Chris?
Yeah, so first booth is free, and you guys, shirts, stickers, apparel, just get the name out there. And
Nothing but exposure, man.
Yeah, that would be cool. It'd be kind of cool to go down there just to cover it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a different realm, you know. It's a whole different thing that you guys could be getting into. So when they do the fishing events, they do shooting events. I mean, they got everything there.
Dog retrieving events, dog jumping events,
that's
layout
cool.
Shooting events, pump boat. I mean, it's surrounded everything around the rich history here of duck and goose hunting. And
If they got like a butt licking event, my dog would win that competition.
Well, if they do, then you could be the host of that one. But I don't think they have it yet. But if you're coming this year, they might.
My dog.
my dog will join. My dog will join too. Yeah.
So, but yeah, you guys should definitely look into that. We'll get you some information and get you involved with it all as well.
Cool. Yeah, definitely stay in contact. Yeah, like I said, spring turkey season hits. Stay in contact if we can pull it off. I wouldn't even mind coming to film one of your hunts.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
That'd be awesome. I would truly enjoy that for sure.
You ever kill one on video?
Through my phone, but that's about it. I haven't really captured the whole event of it all. It's
You
hard.
got mine pretty good though.
What's
The one I killed. That shows pretty much.
I got about 8 from last year that were pretty solid, like videos wise. But I haven't got the whole
thing.
Yeah, I haven't got the whole clip of it all because it's hard to call and walk
do
through
that
the
at the same
woods
time.
and video the whole thing. So, you know.
It's a pain in the butt, especially doing it all by yourself.
Yeah. I'll have to show you some of these videos here in a second. I'll show you some of these. But, again, I appreciate it. And
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah,
we'll do
of
it again
course.
soon.
Cool.
So,
Sounds great.
I appreciate everybody tuning in on this week's podcast. And stay tuned for the next one. We'll see you guys.
See you guys.